A Truth Commission or Truth and Reconciliation Commission is a commission tasked with discovering and revealing past wrongdoing by a government or, depending on the circumstances, non-state actors, also in the hope of resolving conflict left over from the past. South Africa's Truth and Reconciliation Commission, established by President Nelson Mandela after apartheid, is popularly considered a model of truth commissions, rarely, if ever, achieved in other parts. As governments strive to gather facts through reports that they can provide proof against historical revisionism of state terrorism, human rights abuses, and all other crimes that occur within a period of time, truth commissions are sometimes criticized for allowing crimes to go unpunished and creating impunity for serious human rights abusers. Their roles and abilities in this respect depend on their mandates, which vary widely depending on the circumstances and the security impacts it creates when it is released.
There must be justice. There must be accountability for there to be true reconciliation. So it is the position of the CDC that somebody or some group of people will have to be accountable for all the death and suffering and killings and destruction that happened during the war. So the TRRC report is just a step in that direction, because for us to have peace and true reconciliation, there must be justice. So justice is a precondition to reconciliation.
What is left is for the Human Rights Commission to take from where the TRRC stopped. There are people who are supposed to be prosecuted to go before the court of law, and a judge will be able to determine whether somebody committed a crime or not. And I think that is the important point that we need to stress. People are reacting because they feel that they can command, some more army and intimidate people and scale people into submission. We said we want to stop impunity. If we cannot have the will to correct and check some people who continuously do wrong to us and say, yeah, because we want reconciliation, let's sweep everything under the carpet, we're going to have the chances of another conflict here.
So if we say we're not punish those who perpetrated all the crimes, murder, rape, sex slave, massacres, Kamaview, desecrated our country, vandalized our economy. If we say they will go free because it will bring war, I beg to differ. I think because we failed to punish those who brought the first war, we failed to punish those who overthrew our government in 1980, we failed to punish those who brought the first round of war, awarded a warlord in the presidency. It was a panacea for people to believe that is the right way to do it.
I'm reading a particular passage of the TRRC report, and I'm here being told about a certain warring faction that attacked this family, killed the woman, husband, and children, chopped them into pieces, put them in a wheelbarrow, and forced her to sell them in the market as meat. Now, that's the kind of trauma that woman will never get over. Now, am I to sweep this under the carpet? We are here speaking of crimes that we cannot comprehend. Why and how did we allow ourselves to cross that line? With every action comes a responsibility. And the reason why this is so necessary, and then again, I've said repeatedly, I do not address the issues of personality because I'm not concerned with personality. We're concerned with the values here. We're concerned with the issues at hand.
One of the difficult issues that have arisen over the role of truth commissions in transitional societies has centered on what should be the relationship between truth commissions and criminal prosecutions. 17 Truth and Reconciliation Commissions have been set up since the inception of the concept, namely in Argentina, Canada, Chile, El Salvador, Fiji, Ghana, Guatemala, Liberia, Morocco, Panama, Peru, Sierra Leone, Solomon Islands, South Africa, South Korea, East Timor, and the United States, ranging from all aspects of human rights abuses with the aim of reconciling the people as a focus. The Liberian Truth and Reconciliation Commission, TRC, is a parliament-enacted organization created in May 2005 in Accra, with a mandate to investigate and report on gross human rights violations that occurred in Liberia between January 1979 and 14 October 2003, with the overall aim to reconciling the people of Liberia. 9 individuals from all walks of life and backgrounds were selected to head the commission as commissioners, headed by Councillor Jerome J. Verde as chairman, Dede Dodope as vice chairman, Omu K. Sila as treasurer, Bishop Arthur F. Kula, Sheikh Kafuma F. Cunnan, Councillor Pearl Brown Bull, Ambassador Gerald B. Coleman, John H. T. Stewart, and Massa Washington as members under the theme Peace, Security, and Reconciliation. For over 2 years, the Commission traveled all over the country and the diaspora and hired external professional services to help in the process.
They decided to listen to outsiders. They decided to listen to outsiders, particularly those who called themselves the moral guarantors of our peace process.
Indeed, external forces impacted the Commission that way. I think it's most unfortunate and in fact a dangerous interference in Liberian affairs.
I want to believe that some commissioners, not all, some commissioners were victims, serious victims of what happened in this country. And so they wanted to see that there is a payback for what they incurred during the war.
Since the inception of the Commission, there has been major issues arising from irreconcilable differences amongst the commissioners, as well as the credibility and years of experiences in this regard to handle the Commission.
There was a problem from the time the TRC chairman was elected. That was the beginning of the problem, the TRC itself.
The commission itself were not reconciled. You see, people were on the commission that were accusing each other of bad practices. You see, the commissioner fought 2 different times. We came out, same our generation came out with a press statement or telling Liberian people that there's a dangerous time for this commission. It's first in the history that commissioner will go and jump on each other and beat each other.
There were dissatisfaction between the commissioners themselves. Then how could then this not be a foul play?
We must understand that this is the first time in the history of the world that we have a divided TRC to come out with a report.
For a country just returning to normalcy under a stable leadership and a government which is supportive of its people's needs, reconciliation being of major focus, the Commission was given all the support they needed to carry on their mandate. At the end of the day, when the Commission released its first draft report, people from all walks of life have condemned the report, pointing out that it is biased and will send the country back to the days of severe crisis, as over 52% of the population has endorsed the Commission and mandated them to grant total amnesty to all and a call for total national reconciliation all over the country.
We took statement of 20,000 people. Benetted scrutinized it and gave 17,000 plus. More than 50 or 60% of those people asked for reconciliation. They asked for forgiveness. They asked for reparation.
They should have consulted the traditional method. How people have been solving problems in this country. There were wars, tribal wars, regional wars in this country, but all of those things have not been solved by international means. They were solved by the traditional people. And so we're supposed to blind these two and know the good thing, but you come and condemn all the traditional things and we say we'll take the international. We will be doing injustice to even the people that we want to fight for.
The Commission should have pursued a course of redemptive justice rather than retributive justice. because I believe that redemptive justice leads us faster to reconciliation.
He came with something that would really divide us further. Therefore, the National Muslim Council, we do not really accept the report submitted by the TRC. And
no ingredient in it that will bring people together. It's intended to bring chaos. And so we're not respecting that. That report was just put out, it's a political report to satisfy their desire, their political desire.
There is nowhere in the TRC Act that says the TRC should recommend or to bar certain citizens from public office. I want to see that.
As we all have a different setting and ways of reconciling peoples as Africans with religious and cultural beliefs, a lot of people believe that amidst it all, the voice of the people is the true and overall mandate, and hence must be respected by the national legislature, the executive, as well as the international community, who have continuously repeated that they will respect the opinion and the voice of the people.
TRC report, we the market people, we are against it. They're not in the favor of the marketeers.
so the Muslim Council is saying we want peace, we want unity, and top of all, we want reconciliation. We want to reconcile. The Liberian people should reconcile. That's what is better for us.
I think it is necessary for us to begin to think about things that will bring development rather than things that will bring destruction, because destruction will not help us.
Let the 5th, the 16th trial, let them meet, let them discuss. Let me tell my brother I'm sorry. Let my brother tell me, yes, I'm sorry. If you do that, you achieve the peace that you want.
For the TRC to come and say the 2 senators from this country are indicted, they should be banned from public office, they should go to court, this and that. The country is totally against that. We don't accept that. We feel that, you know, that is another way of creating more chaos in this country. That is another way of knocking the heads of Nimba and knocking the heads of Nimba with other countries or with friendly countries. So this is the reason why we are saying bygone should be bygone. The war was fought, the war is over. There's no need to go back to those old painful days.
What we prefer would be general amnesty for all those that were involved or being indicted and politically excluded by the TRC final report.
The power is in the people. And if the people come out and speak throughout the country, one way or the other, in regard to this report, I think it will hold some weight.
But I believe in the wisdom of the Liberian people, and I'm convinced that they will make proper judgment on the TRC's final report.
And I say to people to question or judge Ellen Jones' leave is to ask yourself the movement of change she supported, what was it fighting, a democracy or a dictatorship? If it was a democracy, then I'll join those who think it should be punished, and we will punish her. If we agree it was a democracy, but if we agree that it was a dictatorship, then I must say to Liberian people, we need to congratulate her for fighting a dictatorship.
I am very supportive of actions that will lead to the peace, reconciliation, and unity of Liberia. And I believe that President Sirleaf has been a very effective leader on behalf of the new Liberia, and the United States officially supports what this government is doing. That is why we have put in so much aid over the years, why we're going to continue to be a strong partner with the government of Liberia, because we see in a very broad perspective the difficulties that are being overcome and the successes that are being achieved in both meeting the problems, but also in seizing the opportunities that Liberia now has.